why Instagram isn't enough for realtors. So, I'm about to say something that might make realtors uncomfortable. Instagram is not enough. And before the comments come from me, no, I'm not saying Instagram is useless. Far from it. I'm saying agents are relying on a platform designed for fleeting attention to solve a trust problem. And that's where things break. Because attention and trust, very different things. And if you misunderstand that, you can spend years posting without building meaningful authority. Instagram gives a dopamine illusion, and I mean that respectfully because posting feels productive. You created something, you upload it, you get the likes, maybe some comments, maybe some DMs, and it feels like visibility. And sometimes it absolutely helps. But let's ask the harder question. That visibility translating into durable trust or just temporary attention? Big difference. Because most Instagram consumption is passive, it's fast, disposable, scroll behavior. People aren't usually sitting there deeply evaluating expertise. They're grazing, and that matters because real estate decisions are high trust, high stakes, long decision cycles, different psychology. Now, compare that with YouTube. Huge, huge shift. A person searching best neighborhood in Dallas is behaving differently than someone mindlessly scrolling Instagram. That person has intent. Intent changes everything. Intent means they care. They're searching. They're evaluating. And they're gathering trust signals, not passive attention. That's active qualification. Massive difference. Someone watching your 8-minute breakdown of relocating to Texas, that person psychologically much closer to action than the person casually liking reels. That doesn't mean Instagram's bad. It means platform psychology matters, and most agents ignore that. Let's be honest, a lot of realtor Instagram content looks identical. It's a new listing front of the house, just sold front of the house, motivational quotes, a coffee selfie, a luxury car clip, generic market stats, repeat, and if your feed looks like everyone else's, would trust deepen? Seriously, why? Because consumers aren't thinking, wow, another sold graphic. They're thinking, how does this help me? That's the brutal truth. People care about their problems, not your posting schedule. That's why educational trust content performs vanity content long term, because trust is usefulness repeated, not aesthetics repeated. Now, let me be super clear. Instagram absolutely has a place. Community building, social proof, relationship maintenance, warm audience familiarity, brand reinforcement, behind the scenes trust. Absolutely. But it works best as part of an ecosystem, not the entire strategy. That's distinction. Instagram points to awareness. YouTube points to trust. Shorts point to attention. Websites point to conversion because Instagram can warm people, but deeper trust often needs longer form proof, searchability, repeat exposure, intent-driven content. That's why platform diversification matters. Here's the future shift. Here's what I believe. The agents who dominate over the next few years won't rely on one platform, especially not one driven by algorithmic interruptions. They build trust ecosystems, searchable content, repurposed short form, brand consistency, authority assets. Because when your business depends entirely on borrowed attention, you're vulnerable. Algorithms, they shift. Reaches, they change. Engagement drops. Platform behavior evolves, and that is fragile. So, Owned authority is always stronger. Always. This is exactly why Viner Studios approach content differently. It's not random posting. It's not just be consistent. Strategic trust infrastructure. We help agents and all small businesses build ecosystem, YouTube authority, short form distribution, Reels distribution, brand positioning, educational content trust, repurposing systems, platform strategy, because one platform isn't a business model, a trust ecosystem is. So, if your current strategy is basically post more on Instagram and hope, that's probably worth rethinking because attention alone doesn't close deals. Trust does. If you want help building content that actually compounds, subscribe here or contact me directly at Viner Studio. And let's build something stronger than just a temporary reach.